Welcome back to Superbly Said, Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Yes, welcome. And today we're diving into some really useful expressions, actually drawn straight from a SpeakDuo lesson.
That's right. And if you want to practice these or just practice your English speaking generally, you should check out SpeakDuo.com. You can meet people from all over the world, practice on video calls, and really boost your confidence.
It's a fantastic way to apply what you learn.
Definitely. So today, we're focusing on phrases for more advanced learners, the kind that really add depth and make you sound more fluent, more natural.
Exactly. Moving beyond the basics to express things with more, nuance.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, to fumble over one's words. I think we can all relate to this one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It means to speak awkwardly, maybe with some difficulty, usually because you're feeling nervous or maybe a bit flustered.
Right, that moment when your brain feels like it's working, but the words just don't come out smoothly.
Precisely. And it's useful to distinguish this from, say, a stutter or a stammer. Those often imply something more persistent, a speech impediment.
Good point. Fumbling is usually temporary, right? More situational.
Exactly. It's a response to pressure, mostly.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a physical issue, more like anxiety interrupting your flow.
So in a work context, maybe you're in a meeting, your boss asks an unexpected question.
Yeah, you might fumble over your words if you're caught off guard. Like during the quarterly review, I completely fumbled over my words when the CEO asked about the budget.
Or for an IELTS type question, maybe describing a stressful situation.
You could say something like, yes, I remember during a really important job interview, I was so nervous that I just fumbled over my words trying to explain my experience. My mind just went blank for a second.
Captures it perfectly. Okay, so if you do fumble, you need to pull it back together. Which brings us to our next idiom, to get it together.
Yes, to get it together. This basically means regaining control over your emotions or your behavior, especially after things have been a bit chaotic or stressful.
So it's about composure.
It's about composure, but maybe a bit broader than just calm down. It implies regaining focus and effectiveness, too. You're not just calm, you're functional again, ready to perform.
Right. So if your colleague is stressing before a presentation, you might say, okay, take a breath, you need to get it together now.
Exactly. Or looking back. She had a really rough start to the presentation, but then she managed to get it together and honestly gave an excellent speech in the end.
Okay. And if someone asked you in, say, an IELTS context, how do you usually help yourself get it together when you're stressed?
A good answer might be, when I feel overwhelmed, I usually take a few deep breaths, and I try to remind myself of what I've prepared. That helps me get it together and focus. It's about that conscious effort.
Makes sense. Now, we've talked about temporary states, but what about things that last much longer? Our third phrase is to keep something for years to come.
Yes. This collocation means you continue to have or experience something long into the future. It really emphasizes the lasting impact or the enduring presence of something.
So it's stronger than just remembering something.
I think so, yeah. Remembering is about recall. You might hold on to something temporarily, but keeping something for years to come suggests it's deeply retained, it has enduring value or effect, it sticks with you.
Like important life lessons or maybe family traditions.
Exactly. You could say, the advice my mentor gave me early in my career is something I'll keep for years to come. It signifies lasting importance.
Or talking about significant memories, like for an IELTS question. What is a memory you think you'll keep for years to come?
You might answer, definitely my graduation day. Seeing how proud my family was, that feeling, that whole moment is something I know I'll keep for years to come. It highlights that deep, lasting impression.
That idea of deep, lasting impact connects well to our next one. To anchor something in one's mind sounds quite solid.
It really does. It means to firmly establish an idea, a belief, maybe a lesson in your memory so it becomes, stable and influential. It's more than just memorizing.
How so? Like different from learning by heart?
Yeah, exactly. Learning by heart can be rote memorization. You just repeat it. But when something is anchored in your mind, it's internalized. It becomes part of how you understand things. It guides your actions like a foundation.
Okay, I see. So after a challenging project, maybe you'd say, that whole experience really anchored in my mind the importance of clear communication within the team. It becomes a core principle for you.
Precisely. And if asked about guiding beliefs, perhaps in an interview or IELTS, what belief is anchored in your mind that guides you?
You could respond, I strongly believe that consistency always pays off. That idea is truly anchored in my mind, and it guides how I approach my work. And Well, life in general. It shows real conviction.
Definitely. It speaks to something unshakable.
All right, moving on to personal challenges. Our fifth phrase, to overcome a fear.
A very common and useful one. It means to successfully control, or ideally, eliminate a fear that's been holding you back. It implies achieving mastery over something that used to cause anxiety.
So it's more definitive than just facing a fear.
Yes, I'd say so. Facing a fear is just confronting it. You might also manage a fear, meaning it's still there, but you control it. Overcome suggests a real victory, where the fear's power is significantly diminished, maybe even gone.
Right, so someone might work hard to overcome their fear of public speaking by joining Toastmasters, for example.
Exactly, or the classic example. He finally overcame his fear of flying by taking short flights regularly until it felt normal.
And thinking about personal growth again, perhaps for IELTS Part 2, have you ever overcome a major fear?
Strong answer could be yes, actually. I managed to overcome my fear of speaking English with native speakers. It took daily practice, forcing myself to speak even when I was worried about mistakes. But eventually, I got there. It shows that journey to victory.
That's a great example. Okay, let's shift perspective now. From internal struggles to external focus. Phrase number 6. To take the focus off oneself.
Right. This means deliberately shifting your attention away from your own thoughts, worries, or concerns and directing it towards other people or external situations. It's an intentional change in perspective.
So it's an action, not just a personality trait, like being unselfish.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It implies a conscious choice, often when you might be feeling self-absorbed or overwhelmed, to look outward instead, to focus on others' needs or experiences.
I can see how that's important in teamwork. A leader needs to take the focus off themselves and celebrate the team.
Absolutely. Or on a personal level, you might say, sometimes volunteering helps me take the focus off myself and see the bigger picture.
And if asked, maybe, what activities help you take the focus off yourself?
You could answer, helping my younger siblings with their homework really helps me take the focus off myself. It puts my own small problems into perspective. It's about that redirection of attention.
Okay, nearly there. Our 7th phrase is an idiom related to progress, a stepping stone.
Ah, yes, a stepping stone. This refers to something like a job, an experience, maybe even a course that serves as an intermediate stage, helping you move towards a bigger goal. It's like a bridge to the next level.
So it's different from just a milestone.
Slightly, yes. A milestone marks an achievement, a point reached. A stepping stone is specifically something that enables further progress. You use it to get somewhere else. It's part of the path, not just a marker on it.
That makes sense. An enabler. Like, that internship wasn't my dream job, but it was a crucial stepping stone to getting into the industry.
Precisely. It was necessary to move forward. And for a personal growth question, what was a significant stepping stone in your personal growth journey?
You might say, moving abroad for university was a huge stepping stone for me. It really pushed me to become more independent and resourceful.
Great example. It shows how one experience facilitates future growth.
And finally, our 8th phrase for today, one about inner strength, to dig deep.
Yes, to dig deep. This idiom means you have to really try hard to find that inner strength, that determination or motivation, especially when things are tough, you're exhausted, or you feel like giving up.
It sounds like accessing hidden reserves.
That's exactly it. It's more intense than just trying hard or persevering. Digging deep suggests you're pushing past your perceived limits, accessing something profound inside yourself.
Like in sports. Despite the injury, she had to dig deep in the final minutes to help the team win.
Yes, that's a classic scenario. It implies a real test of will, significant mental and emotional effort, or in a more everyday context, when was the last time you had to dig deep?
You could answer. During my final exams last semester, juggling revision and part-time work, I really had to dig deep just to keep going and get through it.
It conveys that sense of pushing through serious strain.
Exactly. It's about finding that extra gear when you think you're running on empty.
Wow. Okay, that's a fantastic set of phrases. Hopefully everyone listening feels ready to start using them. Now, how about we test that understanding with a quick quiz? Sounds good. Remember, everyone, think about the specific meanings and nuances we discussed. And feel free to pause after each question if you need a little extra time to think.
All right, first question. In this lesson, to fumble over one's words most nearly means to. Option A, speak quickly to finish a point before anyone interrupts your thought process again. Option B, stumble verbally and lose fluency because nervousness disrupts articulation under pressure in public. Or option C, pause deliberately to consider wording so statements remain careful and diplomatically neutral throughout. Take a moment.
Okay, the correct answer here is option B. Stumble verbally and lose fluency because nervousness disrupts articulation under pressure in public. Remember our example of fumbling over words in that nerve-wracking job interview? That's the key idea.
Question 2. Here. To get it together most nearly means to. Option A, assemble necessary materials so logistics run smoothly during the entire presentation session. Option B, coordinate with teammates to ensure roles align and deadlines are clearly communicated throughout. Or option C, regain composure and focus so performance stabilizes instead of spiraling from stress today. What do you think?
And the answer is option C, regain composure and focus so performance stabilizes instead of spiraling from stress today. Like we said, needing to get it together after a shaky start to deliver that great speech.
Perfect. Question 3. To keep something for years to come most nearly means to. Option A, continue retaining it well into the future rather than losing it anytime soon. Option B, store it temporarily until better options appear and then replace it later anyway. Or option C, share it widely so other people benefit immediately instead of keeping it private. Your choice.
The best fit here is option A, to continue retaining it well into the future rather than losing it anytime soon. Think about those important life lessons or memories, like graduation day, that you keep for years to come.
Excellent. Question 4 is about to anchor something in one's mind. Does it most nearly mean? Option A, link it loosely so recall depends. Depends on situational cues that may vary widely. Option B, fix it firmly in memory so the idea remains stable and accessible later. Or option C, summarize it briefly so the concept feels lighter and less demanding to process.
The correct one is option B. Fix it firmly in memory so the idea remains stable and accessible later. Remember, we talked about how a core belief can become anchored in your mind, acting like a foundation.
Got it. Number 5. To overcome a fear most nearly means to. Option A, successfully reduce its control so behavior continues without avoidance dominating your choices today. Option B, reframe it temporarily so anxiety feels manageable but remains fundamentally present inside you. Or option C, hide it from others so reputation stays intact despite internal discomfort throughout meetings. What's the answer?
It's option A. Successfully reduce its control so behavior continues without avoidance dominating your choices today. This matches our example of overcoming the fear of speaking English through consistent practice. It's about gaining mastery.
Right. Question 6. To take the focus off yourself most nearly means to. Option A, shift attention inward to reflect privately before answering challenging questions thoughtfully later on. Option B, maintain balanced attention by acknowledging others while centering your core message throughout conversation. Or option C, redirect attention toward other people rather than dwelling on your own concerns constantly.
The answer here is option C. Redirect attention toward other people rather than dwelling on your own concerns constantly. Just like how volunteering or helping others can help you take the focus off yourself.
Okay, 2 more. Question 7. In this lesson, a stepping stone most nearly refers to. Option A, a minor setback accepted as inevitable on the path toward improvement for many. Option B, an intermediate stage that helps you progress toward a larger goal later on. Or option C, a resting period designed to conserve energy before attempting difficult projects ahead again.
And the answer is option B, an intermediate stage that helps you progress toward a larger goal later on. Remember the internship being a stepping stone to a full-time career. It helps you get to the next stage.
Great. And our final question, number 8. To dig deep in this context most nearly means to. Option A, draw on inner reserves of effort or courage to persist under strain today. Option B, research background materials thoroughly to gather facts before making any claims publicly available. Or option C, probe other people's motive to uncover hidden agendas behind their polite remarks carefully. Last one.
Okay, the correct answer is option A. Draw on inner reserves of effort or courage to persist under strain today. That's exactly what you do when you have to dig deep during difficult exams or finish that marathon.
Fantastic. And that wraps up our quiz and our deep dive for today. We really hope exploring these phrases helps you add more nuance and confidence to your English.
Absolutely. And remember, learning these is one thing, but using them is key. Consistent practice, maybe finding opportunities on SpeakDuo, applying them. These are the real stepping stones, to becoming more expressive and confident.
Well said. It's all part of the journey. You can find more lessons and practice opportunities, as we mentioned, at SpeakDuo.com.
Yeah, keep exploring. Keep applying what you learn. Language learning is full of these interesting discoveries. Don't be afraid to try them out.